This is it. This is the day. Continuing on from last episode, I am not leaving this shop unless this car drives me out of here.
It's been a long road. I feel like we've encountered every bump on the road to finishing this thing, but I think that's what makes it so rewarding. In the last episode, we got the first start, but we were unable to keep the car running. Today, let's fix that.
Today, we are officially, finally finishing up this wrecked Porsche Cayman. This time, we actually have everything that we need to get this thing running and driving like an actual car. These are the things that we were missing last time to get this thing finished up. Number 1, condenser shrouds. Number 2, Altel ECU reader. Number 3, and most important, the coolant bleeder. With that trifecta of parts, this thing is going to hit the ground running, both figuratively and literally. Last episode, we finished on filling this thing up with coolant. Now, we tried to do this without the computer system and it just was not working. It takes so long to get this thing, number 1, up to temp, to get it to overheat, and then thirdly, getting it to cool all the way back down so that we can release pressurized cap, put more coolant in to make sure it gets to the front of the car. It would have taken us days, maybe even weeks to get this finished. Now that we have the Altel system, we can use the computer to properly bleed this system. Tim is the brain behind this ECU system. Tim, what do we got here?
So when I plug this in, it should recognize the car, and then I just have to pretty much go through settings and
just automatically.
Yeah.
And this is going to be able to release. It's weird to explain, but this essentially plugs into the computer of the car and allows us to pick and piece all the different options, maybe like a dealer would have.
So the sensors that already went off, yes, they won't go away until you have one of these and tell it to test it. And if it tests it and it's okay, then it'll clear the code. So like the airbag, every little code that's on there.
I'll hop in the car, we'll get her plugged in, and let's get this thing started. Here it is.
This is the Dustin way of putting in an OBD2 reader.
Let's get started. This is a huge upgrade from what we've been doing in the past. We have so much more information with this little tablet. It's time to get this coolant bled.
This thing is cool, worth the investment for sure.
While we now also have the vacuum bleeder, there's still more we didn't know. We also have to take out the interior to give us access to the engine cover.
Now that's
the reservoir we need.
Couldn't have just plopped it right next to it.
Right.
We're gonna take a quick break in today's video to give a big thank you to our video sponsor, Pelote Shoes. Pelote makes driving shoes with the driver in mind first. Pelote's brand new Cruise Collection is live right now. The Cruise Collection comes in 6 different colorways, but for me, I opted for the classic all black. These shoes are lightweight and breathable, making them a perfect wear for any occasion, but especially for driving. These have a nicely rounded heel, a sole that gives you a great feel for the pedal, and the perfect arch support. The best part about Pelote shoes is whether you're going to be wearing them all day or even just for a spirited drive, these feel great and look great. With the new style in 6 different colorways, you guys are not gonna run out of anything to wear, especially with all the different choices that they have on the site. You guys can use my link to Pelote Shoes, which is gonna be the first link down in the description box below. Check out their site, go see the new design, as well as everything else that they have on their site available for you guys right now. Let's hop back in today's video. Well, that escalated quickly. Pretty freaking cool to see the engine back there, literally right behind my head as I'm driving. That's epic. Now our coolant suction thing is working.
I'm gonna get this up too.
Whoa, that thing shoots.
I just want it to be solid when it goes in.
This should solve our problem of running coolant all the way to the front of the car from the back of the car. This is nuts.
All the air out of the hoses.
Oh, you
so
can
where
feel
it's
it,
only
yeah.
fluid. I don't even need air now. Now when I crack that valve, it should suck the rest in.
Ooh, here we go.
There it goes.
Sucking it.
Yeah.
Theoretically now, what should happen is the car is going to start, it's going to get up to temp, and it's going to stay at temp and not overheat, correct?
So?
That's what should happen here.
We might have to rev it.
Oh, it sounds so good without the engine cover in the back.
Now in building cars, we all know what's supposed to happen doesn't always happen.
Oh! Open all all the time. I think we might be good, dude.
I think so.
Both sets of fans, rear and front fans are on. So it raised to 201.
As long as it goes up and then go back down, then it means it's working.
The real question is it going to go back down? The car ended up overheating. The process didn't work. I'm guessing we may have to do it a few times, but the problem is we just gotta wait till the car cools down, which takes the longest. So in the meantime, we went ahead, bled the brakes so we have good working brakes. And finally, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the front end and start piecing it together. We wanted to do this last, but since we gotta wait till it cools down, now's the perfect time. Last episode, you guys saw that we didn't have AC condenser shrouds. Now that we have those, we can go ahead and connect the condensers to the radiators and get this front end back together.
While we wait for the car to cool, let's make the most out of our time. We can now install our AC condensers so that we can actually have AC in the car. We can use our new shrouds to connect the condensers to the radiator and put all of our AC lines out. Once those are complete, all of the plastic and vents can start clipping in.
That's pretty sick. Now for the big one we've all been waiting for. This is so crazy. Last and final finishing touches. All the vents are on to the cooling. We've got the bash bar on. I'm hesitant to button this thing up completely until we actually have the car running properly, not overheating. But one thing that I do want to do and get out of the way are the RS style fender vents. These guys slip right on under here and complete the look of the front end of this car. It's gonna be so gnarly once these are on. We're gonna stick these, and for now at least, until we get this thing running, that is gonna be the final piece. I said I wasn't gonna do it, but the car overheated again, and in the meantime, while we're waiting for it to cool down, we're just gonna finish the car up. Front bumper's going on.
It's time for quite literally one of the last and biggest pieces of this giant puzzle, the GT4 front bumper. We need it bolted and clipped in, and then we can start on all the accessories around it.
Let's check it out, dude. This was a Tim decision here. He called an audible and got smoked. And I think it was the right decision. Those look sick, dude. Everything's plugged in. These should work. Let's get a view of the front bumper. Oh my gosh. Everything I wanted and more. The bumper's sick. The bumper is so sick. But what is even sicker, what makes it sick, is having all of the plastics up front. When this was a crunched tin can, could you have ever imagined that it would look this good? Even the hood latches, that's a little weird. Even the hood latches here, we got the plastics. Let's do the honors, give her a shot. The rebuilt Cayman Street Cup. I'm not gonna lie, I told you guys that I wasn't leaving the shop until this car was driving me out of the shop, and the Porsche defeated me. It won the battle, but not the war. Unfortunately, we still could not get this thing to run without overheating, even with the vacuum bleeder. Again, we don't have the P-Wiz system, so it's very hard to do this without the correct Porsche system, but we think...
one of them golf tees there, sir.
Yeah, oh yeah, you need one. We think that we may have found the proper way. One of you guys commented on the video and sent us a link of someone actually doing a bleeding on, I think it was a Boxster, right?
Yeah, but that's the same motor.
Same exact thing. And he has like a very unique process, which includes unplugging.
So it's a vacuum line. This thing vacuums and makes a sensor not let a valve open. That's exactly what it does.
So it's not allowing the valve to open to the front radiators.
So it's this one, and then there's one in the back for the transmission.
So Tim is quite literally using golf tees to plug those hoses. So hopefully when we start this car, the whole system runs through. This has been the most giant pain in the ass. Literally, you guys saw us put the whole car back together. I mean, the car's finished. It is done. It is ready to rip, ready to drive. It is no longer wrecked. Only thing that is holding us up is this strange overheating issue. But
so here's the other one. This is for your PDK.
really,
Yeah, so coolant goes in your PDK.
why?
It cools, like, so newer cars and transmissions have coolers on them, like the
Yeah.
Type R has one.
Yeah.
And that's what this is. So this like makes the fluid go down. So we plug that one and leave this one open. So fingers crossed. Today's the day.
Yeah, I'm about to start this car, and if it overheats, I don't know what the hell else to do. Now, there's a whole process for what I'm about to do. I'm gonna spare you the details, and we're just gonna do it and see if it works. And step one is just to get the heater core to turn on.
We've repeated the process for days, over and over again, filling up with fluid, watching temps, and overheating. Over and over again.
Take two.
But like I said at the beginning, the constant battle is what makes this worth it. And after a while of work and determination, things have a way of working out.
What is this, Tim?
Try and make sure you're above 2,000.
What is this, day 5?
Day 5 of cooling.
Here we go. This is it. This is the day. I was really off. This car has been kicking our ass still, but we're gonna keep fighting, and we are gonna figure this out. And this thing is going to be driving out of the shop today. All right, heater on. Cross your fingers for us. All right, well, good news. Our heater is actually getting hot this time. Previously, when doing this and putting the heater on, there was no hot air coming out, which obviously the coolant wasn't getting through the heater core, but now the AC is hot, which is great. We're gonna get up to 158 and start doing our revs again. 194, dude, we're looking good. This thing is going up slow. The AC is on fire. This is all good signs, guys, all good signs. We're gonna unplug the system now, and this thing should hold temp, or at least get hot and regulate itself. You ready? Golf tees. This is the moment of truth, dude. All right, that's closed, that's, okay, sport mode. 2,000 RPM. This could be the last time we ever have to do this.
It's only been a week, you know?
It's literally been a week. If you're wondering why there haven't been videos, literally this. Because we can only do it twice a day. Ready?
Heater off, dude.
Heater off. Sport mode. 2,000. Please regulate. Dude, it's not budging.
No.
That's crazy.
Extra hot?
Both?
Yeah.
We're almost there, baby!
The other day when we were doing it, I had hot air at the top of the radiator and cold at the bottom. Now it's hot all the way
Hot
around.
all the way around. Dude, it has been a significant amount of time, and it is not...
I started this 1 minute after you started going like this, so.
I think it's holding, dude. It's staying at 194. Has not moved in 6 minutes, 7 minutes. I kind of want to rev it and see if it jumps or anything.
I'll let off.
Dude.
I think it's working.
Oh my God. Should I rev it?
Go for it, why not?
Why not? Let's see what happens, right?
What happens in the... Might go up,
good.
but the temp's not going up.
Temp's not going up anywhere.
So that means it's regulating itself without overheating.
Oh my God, dude, your freaking golf things worked. Ah, yes. Oh my God! Screw you, Porsche, your $2,000 radiator.
You guys didn't see, but I tried this last night and it overheated.
Yeah.
And then it would come back down. So I was like, well, we got to be close if it's overheating and then coming back down.
And so this morning,
and now it's not even overheating.
No, it's not moving.
The fans are working differently.
Not even budging. Oh my God!
So
5 days.
Let's leave it running. Let's make sure it's good.
Okay.
I'd like to leave it running for a while, like probably 10 more minutes, just to see if it does anything. To explain to everybody, we didn't start with a vacuum.
No, yeah.
So if we had have started with a vacuum, it probably would have been faster. But we're new to this, and now we know, so next time.
Yes, I'm sure there's so many people in the comments yelling at us right now that we're idiots. It's our first time ever doing a car like this. I'm sure there is a much easier way to fill this coolant and do it at home. We unfortunately didn't know that, but now we do know that for future reference, so.
Give me some good rips.
We did it. We freaking did it.
Buying this car almost a year ago with no plan, no idea if it was even fixable, to 5 months of building and figuring this thing out. It's all come to this. The body's fixed, the engine's running, it's time to finally get this car off the lift. First up, we wanted to get all the plastics underneath the car on, and then it was time to put the wheels on and drive it off.
First time the car is complete, on wheels, on the ground, and we're gonna drive this thing forward to finish up the interior to really call this thing done. Look at it! Oh, it's so good. She needs suspension. Oh my God. Take a look at the GTS Street Cup. It is everything I imagined, everything I wanted. It's insane. I know, and it was completely destroyed. It drives! It's alive! Sorry for the fan noise. It is 8 bajillion degrees in here. Actually, I'll tell you guys exactly what it is. 103 in here. So the fan noise will be running in the back, I don't want to hear it. But now for the unfun part. We have to reinstall all of the engine covers, get the interior back in, and for the very last and final piece, put the seat belts in so we can safely drive this thing.
To finish it off, the rear engine cover went on, then the front. Next up, it was time for carpet, and this one really makes it feel real. Once we had the rear put together, we could start on our brand new OEM seatbelts. Both driver and passenger locked up during the wreck, so we had to replace both. After this, we could then put in the rear carpet and plastics. The Cayman GTS Street Cup is complete.
Final piece, Tim. We got working seat belts, dude. And we got trim, we got interior.
We got a little bit back there, but it's fine.
Remember when this is all taken apart, dude?
Yes, I
We had no idea if we were gonna fix this thing.
Dude, it's all back together.
Hard, dude. So cool. Oh, look at this.
What did you find?
A Malaysian 5-cent. Good old Kevin. Kevin's dropping chains in here, dude.
You should go visit Kevin.
I should. Kevin's gonna be so angry.
He's gonna look at it and be like, what?
I hate you.
Oh, I mean, I hate you.
Tim, I want you to do the honors. The very last and final of the interior pieces. Everything is back together. We have seatbelts, front end is completed, wheels are on. We need to torque the wheels, we can't forget.
Yeah.
I was literally about to rip out of the shop without torquing them. Tim,
Let's do
the
it.
honors. We
Done.
have a complete car. It just goes.
It's moving.
ABS, PSM transmission fault. Oh god, the thing just literally lit up like a Christmas tree. ABS, PSM, parking brake, transmission fault. Something's not happy. Let's go back.
Well, I guess not everything is complete. After spending some time on our new tablet, there's a lot more work to do. And the next set of problems continue.
Now we can't be too disappointed because we finished the car.
I am extremely proud of Tim and I for figuring this out. Tim put a ton of work into this car and I'm super proud of him as well. And
You guys remember seeing this car when we first brought it to the shop. It was definitely a risk and a long shot for me buying this car, hoping that it would turn out to this point, and 5 months later, we've got it back up and running. Good as new. You would never know anything happened to this car. The Cup car front end looks so good. The homegrown GT4 cooling system is finally working.
the car drove for the first time as an actual car in probably over a year, which is crazy. Now it's time to figure out what's going on with the electronic system.
When one thing's fixed, another thing pops up, but hey, I mean,
Literally, that's cars. What do we expect? Just another hurdle that we're going to overcome and figure out. And this might be one where we have to take the car to Porsche so that they can reset this entire system and see what's going on, because we don't have access to any of the computer stuff and that's way over our head.
I'd rather all of the ECU, PSM, whatever stuff get done at Porsche correctly than messing something up. But I am so damn excited at how amazing this car came out. We do have one piece left to do that I was gonna do right now, but I feel like it doesn't deserve it just yet. The last and final piece to this car is the gold and the original Porsche crest, Porsche seal, whatever you want to call it, for the front end of this car. Now I don't want to put it on just yet because I want this car to be completely running and driving, no issues whatsoever. That way we can put this on and say that this car is actually complete. The Porsche is not complete without the crest.
We did good, but there's still more work to do. Once the dash is in a Christmas tree, the Street Cup is going to earn its Porsche badge.
I hope you guys are as stoked as we are on how gnarly the Porsche came out. It looks so epic. I love all the touches that we did. Even the little duckbill. I was thinking about doing a big GT wing, but I kind of like the duckbill, the carbon duckbill in the rear, all the matte carbon accents on this car. Once it's lowered on the wheels that I ordered,
It's going to have that Dutch spec look. It's going to be great. I'm super excited for you guys to see that. But of course, we got to get the car running before then. Anyways, I hope you guys are as stoked as we are. The car looks fan-freaking-tastic. I literally couldn't have imagined or envisioned what this car was going to be better than how it looks right now.
I am beyond freaking stoked. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up today's video. Tim and I got a lot of work ahead of us again, but this was one giant leap forward and giant step in the right direction. Look at this freaking thing. We did it, guys. We have successfully rebuilt the entire Porsche Cayman and turned it into a Porsche Cayman Street Cup. If you guys have not already, make sure you hit that like button, leave us a comment down below, send us some ideas, some words of encouragement, anything, we're gonna need it. And of course, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.